And we rolling, rolling, yeah, rolling like a river.
Is it?
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, guys. Welcome to season 2 of Self-Care Sunday.
Yay!
With your girlies, Tara and Bella. Woo, woo, woo.
Yay!
Yeah, season 2 energy. There's someone that is so desperate to be here too. Maybe we'll allow him or not. But yeah, Teddy. If you know us, you know Teddy at this point. How have you guys been? How are you feeling?
Hey guys!
It's so good to be back.
Good to be back at the table.
Yes.
Back at Uncle Ernie's.
Shout out.
Back at the Self-Care Sunday table.
At the brown table.
Cheers. My love.
Cheers. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Yeah. Now, I was looking over at Uncle Ernie. Shout out to Uncle Ernie for being our ever gracious host. And, same place, but different vibes.
I love it.
Yeah, maybe we'll show you guys more
really
later.
nice
I know, right? But it's giving. It's giving something. So, how have you been taking care? What you been up to?
A lot, girl.
I can imagine.
The last time we sat at this table was about 6 months ago.
Damn.
So much has happened in that time.
Sweet heavens. Not 6 months. Okay, I knew it was September. But that's
wasn't
really...
it September?
Yes.
With Uzo. That was how we closed out season 1.
True.
So October, November, December, January, February. It's actually more. Yeah, March, 6 months.
Yeah.
6 whole months, and it's been a ride. It's been a ride. But we thank God for life.
In 6 months.
Yes.
But guys, yes indeed. Welcome again to season 2. So we're gonna get right into it. We're going to get right into
today's topic.
Yeah, today's topic. And it's nice, it's fun that just two of us.
Can I sing it?
Yeah,
joyful, joyful,
Lord, we adore thee. I love it.
God of glory, Lord of love. Okay, no, we're done. But yeah.
Handsome full by flowers. You got me going now. But yes, nice hints. Hints. Guys, can you tell what today's topic is about? You know what we do? Joy. We stay bringing you guys deeper ways to take care of yourselves, beyond the candles and the bubble baths. Oh, our fluffy guest host is over there. Maybe we'll show him to you guys at the end of the video, Teddy. But yes, we stay bringing you guys, spirit and soul, basically deeper self-care. And our topic for today is walking in joy as a form of self-care. I love it so much.
I got the joy in my heart.
Listen, and I really love that we are starting season 2 with this, because literally last week I do these things on Mondays on my Instagram, Monday Motivation.
Get into it.
Yes, get into it. But it's
the Royal Psalmist Instagram.
Yes, guys. And by the way, we're also going to put in our new Instagram as well, because we have that's a story for another day.
Yeah.
But so that I don't digress, as I was saying, I love it's divinely orchestrated, because in my last Monday Motivation video, I was talking about holding on to your joy, like it's being necessary, being aggressive, being intentional about walking in joy, because joy is strength. Joy is an energizer. Joy leads to peace of mind. Joy leads to victory. We can't win out here without joy.
Period.
Like I said in that video, joy is the bag. So I'm so excited for us to just unpack it and get more into joy as a form of self-care. Get into it, T. So talk about how walking in joy.
Yeah.
Is
well, before I go into that, I feel like it needs to be stated clearly that joy is different from happiness.
Absolutely.
When you are happy, it's an emotion. Mm-hmm. Joy is not an emotion. Joy is, should I say,
a fruit of the spirit. It actually is.
That one.
Yes.
But honestly, joy is more like a situation. You're the one who puts yourself in that place where you can be like, I'm going to be joyful.
Fair enough. I get what you mean.
I'm going to be filled with joy. Do you get?
Yes.
But then with happiness, it's circumstantial.
Yeah.
Something can happen and you'll be happy. Something can happen, you won't be happy. You'll be angry. You'll be sad. You'll be like the range of emotions. We know our emotions.
Absolutely.
So I just needed to say that first, that joy is not the same as happiness. It is not an emotion. It is not fleeting. It's not about how you feel.
Yeah.
It's about what you know.
Eee! Haibo!
Yes.
Yes, I love it. I love
yes,
it.
Honey.
You're right. It's an internal state of knowing.
Period.
And for us out here, it's a decision. It's a lifestyle, because, like you said, it's something like happiness, which is more fleeting and has a shakier foundation of circumstances. Joy is basically it's an inside job.
It's rock solid.
Yeah. It's an anchor. Do you get? And you can be you can be in the midst of a very horrible challenge and still have joy.
And not us talking about joy, giving me joy right now.
I know.
Joy does that.
Yeah.
Joy is good.
And one of the things I love to say recently, because also it's just great to be talking about joy as the first topic for season 2, because this year in our church, I'm sure almost every church has a theme. So in our church,
Nigerian churches,
it's not. I think it's a thing actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So or even just in general, as a believer, you can have a word for a year or for a season that anchors you, right? Yeah. So in our church, this year, where our theme is walking in joy and gratitude, and the two of them, they're like co-joined twins.
Yes,
because that's another thing I really love about joy. You can't be a joyful person if you're not a grateful person, and you can't be grateful if you don't have joy. So like
triplets.
Yeah, they're
little pieces in there too.
Absolutely.
Because like you said, joy. When you are in joy, you are at peace.
Exactly.
Gratitude, joy, peace. It's like a nice little
triangle. And I was just imagining it this way, like joy being a pill. It has so many fantastic positive side effects, in quotes.
Talk about it.
Right? So when you pop your joy pill, it comes with peace, like she said.
Yes.
And like I was also saying to a friend and T the other day, that is the way I'm taking care of myself right now. Every day and it's a very short walk. I take walks from gratitude to joy. It's a short walk from joy to gratitude. I'm back again, because when you are grateful, even for the tiniest things, it sparks up joy.
Hallelujah.
Yes, and when you're someone that is grateful, then you now just have your atmosphere is charged with joy. It's easy for you to be joyful because you have a perspective where you're grateful for the little things. A nice cup of coffee, the fact that you saw the sunrise that day, like a nice breakfast, a good conversation, the little things, like being able to be easily impressed, in quotes. That's one of the ways I choose joy. Yeah, that's one of the ways that I'm intentional about walking in joy, because that's another thing about it, is it's a very intentional walk. It doesn't just happen. You have to be very intentional about it, especially in 2025, honeys, because in this economy, in this world, you, like I said in the video, you literally will not make it out here without joy. Honestly, so you have to be intentional about
it. That was what you asked me, right? At first, like, how do I walk in joy?
Yeah.
Okay, so
how are you taking care of yourself? Because we're self-caring. So how are you walking in joy and taking care of yourself?
Well, you already said the first one pretty much, which is operating in gratitude, like being thankful. Because, like they say, it's easy to focus on your problems, but then you can also focus on your blessings. And that's the point of gratitude. Just being grateful for what you do have, for how far you have come. And speaking of church, this reminds me of what our pastor said, I think the last Sunday of January, where we talked about the gap and the gain, living in the gap and the gain. So she was like just saying how living in the gap is when you're always thinking about what you don't have yet, what you'd still like to do, how much money you want to have, that position in your company or your career or whatever that you're aiming for, and then measuring yourself kind of like in the negative because you haven't accomplished those things or you don't have this thing yet.
And measuring yourself based on what you still want to achieve.
And then on the flip side, you have living in the game where you're just somebody who sees life more like half full than half empty. You focus on your growth. You focus on your wins. You focus on the things that you have done right. Because some of us are so good at kicking ourselves for our mistakes. But do you celebrate your wins, love? See? So these things are like, just as you said, making that choice to operate in gratitude and thankfulness so that you walk in joy. Because when you are, like you rightly said, when you are thankful, when you are grateful, then it's a short walk to joy. But then since you already like mainly covered that one, the next one I would say that I personally do to walk in joy is lean into my inner child.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, because I feel like when you're a child, you're just more carefree. Absolutely. You embrace the world as you experience it, and things are just like
your untainted, pure self before the world.
Your pure, yummy innocence
paws on you.
So good. But then when we get older and disappointments happen and people shut us down for certain dreams, like, oh, that's not gonna happen. You get like the older we get, we start to lose that zest and just like excitement for life that children have. Absolutely. And if you really clock it, it saps out your joy day by day when you just live life being such a serious adult who's just so like, oh, I'm carrying all the problems of the world on my head.
So true.
It's only me that's everything is on me. Oh, woe betide me.
Who are you telling?
Yeah, you'll be miserable.
Yeah, because adulthood is a really, really wild hood. It's a very ghetto hood when you think, again, because like you're saying, it's all about perspective, right? So the average things that weigh us down daily, if we let it, and if we are, focused on the gap.
Negatives.
Right? Yeah. The gap, right? Exactly. So I really love that one because I even just remembered JC bringing those little bubble. Yeah, bringing those little bubble things.
We've been bubble blowing ferociously the last few months, and it's so good.
And I saw someone also say something like that, like just try to incorporate that into your day. Find something that, even if it's for a bit in your day, you can just connect with the child in you. Like, just do something playful for your inner child because we need to protect our inner child.
Yes, fact.
Honestly, because literally every day, almost anything can, like you said, if you're not careful, make you a very serious, bitter Betty.
A sadist.
You will just be a sad person.
Okay, so what next? What else do you do to walk in joy?
I think it's kind of already just out there and it's already been embedded in everything we've said, but just to still highlight it as a point, I would say perspective. That is what I'm very conscious about, making sure that if I'm starting to lean towards being sad or even depressed about something or anxious about something, or I'm losing my joy and my peace concerning an issue, I just try to change my perspective. Because perspective is everything. That thing they say about it's 6 on my side, but it's 9 the other way. So two things can be true at the same time.
And it's 69 from above.
Exactly. Exactly. The helicopter thing, right? The aerial view. And you've even said it. The helicopter view. You've said it actually. As a child of God, whenever I just remember that something that might be overwhelming me is not taking God by surprise. You get, and while it might seem like things are out of control to me and my own myopic human view, God, who sits above and laughs at everything, honey, he's not shaking, he's not pressed.
Very good.
And the whole point is to try to reflect his image more and more. So I'm just like, why am I pressed?
Did I tell you are prettier and wiser in season 2?
Oh, thanks, Fair. Yes, oh my God, I love her.
Okay,
But
I
yeah,
like that one.
so perspective.
Okay.
I want to share this really amazing story. I'll be
Oh.
quick. I'll be quick. No, but I was listening to this lady and she talked about how there were these two guys in the hospital. One was a blind man and he had the view of the of like he had the outside view of the hospital, while the guy that could see actually had the view facing inside the hospital.
Okay.
So the guy facing inside of the hospital, but there was like a curtain kind of like dividing them and separating them. And every day he would ask him, the blind guy, he didn't know he was blind. So every day he would ask him, "Oh, what's it like outside?" And the guy would be like, "Oh, it's such a beautiful day outside. There are children playing, such a nice sunny day." Wow. And he would keep on asking him. He just kept on asking him this thing for months. And then when he was being discharged, only for him to find out that the guy was blind. And that's just there's nothing else to say. But basically, being able to have such an internal picture, even without eyes that can actually see, but he had a deeper vision of just being joyful, just seeing things positively, even more than someone with a perfectly working set of eyes that is choosing to see the negative, for instance. You get so perspective is everything. Like you said, half full, half empty. It's up to us to see life through certain lenses, and it gives us joy when we decide to be optimistic, like the radical optimist that I try to be.
Sure. I like that.
Yes.
Okay, well, my second one for how I walk in joy is by being a benevolent big T.
Big T, not the little ones. Oh, please unpack. What do you mean by that? It's provocative.
It's about how being a giver, you are more blessed when you give than when you receive.
Absolutely.
And like I read this in devotion the other day, but basically when you focus on service and on pouring into other people, you won't have time for being depressed and being in a mood, because the funny thing about giving is that even though you're pouring into the person you've given to, you yourself are refreshed.
Period.
God loves a cheerful giver. And anytime you give or you bless people or you serve others, it's almost like you are refilled. And what are you refilled with? One of them is joy. Joy.
They that refresh will be refreshed.
That's it.
Absolutely.
That is it.
I love it. So true.
Yeah, so I try my best to... It's not like I have all the money in the world. I mean, I know I look like I do, but we're getting there.
In due time, Big T.
We're getting there. But like, even with the little I have, I just try to be as generous as possible. So when people need help and they call me and they're like, "Oh, please help me with this, help me with that," I'm just like, okay. Like, not holding, and that's another thing, not holding on to material possessions or money or anything too tight. Being like, how do they say it? Like a stream, like things flow in and out of you. So you're not bogged down by
I love it.
owning stuff and accumulating stuff. Instead, you just see yourself as a vessel that God uses to bless people. And when
Be a fountain, not a drain.
When you operate like that, you will be full of joy.
I love it. I love it because I think that this is so important, especially even in the times that we're in, because ironically things of the kingdom are very seemingly upside down, but they're actually really the right side up, because it seems like most people just are like, oh, it's when I get the credit alert that I'll be happy. You get it? Most people see it from the perspective of it's when they are being blessed that then they are happy. Everybody's like, complaining about the economy, complaining about this, complaining about that. But you're so right. When you actually step out of yourself and you're not thinking of yourself so much, even in the extent of now financially extending yourself, joy comes back to you. Period. In a way that it never would if it's just maybe you getting. Do you get?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's really powerful, and
Absolutely.
I'm glad you shared that, because
Yes.
in the times we live in, we need to actually that's a secret. Ironically, funny enough, it can be still low-key selfish in a way, because you're like, man, I have to give so that I can feel joy, but still you have to do it with the right heart, and God sees that. Exactly.
And I mean, if being a blessing to people is what gives you joy,
That's such a
there are
beautiful
people
thing.
finding joy from, and not, let's not even play with the word joy anymore, because there are people that are getting
Happiness.
their kicks from doing weird things. So
I mean, what a precious kick to have right now, that you just want to bless people.
You just want someone to be like, oh, thank God this person exists. They've helped me out. Yeah.
You're so right, because now that I think about it, some of the most generous people I know in this life, they are the happiest.
Period.
Absolutely.
Period.
Because when you're blessed and you now prioritize being a blessing, then you just always continue to have, and
that's right.
You always continue to bubble over with more and with joy. Do you get? And it's a beautiful
How about
thing.
we round this up?
Yay! Ted Munch is here. Ted Munch, say hi. Okay, guys, so we're actually going to
Any parting words
wrap up for this episode.
Teddy, don't do anything weird.
Ted Munch, do you have anything to say to the people?
Woof woof.
I'll let you wrap up first, since I just...
Well, I think to round off all we've already said, just remember that walking in joy is a choice. It's not going to happen if you don't purposefully do what you need to do, get rid of what or who you need to get rid of, so that you can step into the bag that is your joy. But it's something that you basically have to be intentional about experiencing, because some of us are very, very good at sabotaging our blessings. But we'll talk about that another day. All I just want to say is, don't sabotage your joy. You deserve to walk in joy. You deserve to be joyful. So unless you are literally like a descendant of Judas Iscariot, go ahead and enjoy some joy. Some boy or girl
enjoy
joy.
your life.
Like, live your life. Have fun. Build a brand. Have some
fun. And what I'd just like to say to wrap up is, my darling brothers and sisters, count it all joy when you go through trials and tribulations, because we already have the victory. Because I know a lot of you might just be like, yeah, it's easier said than done. How can you hold on to joy when
so many bad things
right now,
are
even
happening?
with the 30 days rant going on, most people go to this grocery store or the market and they're dispirited. They're just downright depressed. They are sad because of the high prices of everything, the inflation. So I know sometimes it seems easier said than done, but that's why, like we said, joy is a fruit of the spirit, and that's why, like we said, it's also an intentional decision. So it's something, the way you eat every day, the way you're intentional about eating or showering or things like that, you need to make it a habit and choose joy every day, even when the trials come, because that's the point. They will come. Like, that's just the human condition. We can't escape that. But we have to hold on to the part that we are in control of, which is holding on ferociously. The way a pit bull holds on to something and locks that jaw and it's not coming out. We need to hold on ferociously and fight for our joy.
Because the enemy of our joy be working hard.
Listen, he's working overtime. Like, and you need to remember that and just fight for your joy. And remember, we're fighting from a place of victory. We've won already. So you're not, you aren't losing. It's not a fight that you might lose, but you do have to fight. So,
and for those who don't know why we've won already, he's the reason. Period. And if you don't understand what we're talking about, leave a comment. We'll put you on.
Guys, once again, it's so good to be back, and we'll see you guys very soon. Some things will be changing around the TMB Brown Table, and we'll keep you guys in the loop. So please follow us. Our new Instagram is TaraXBella Music. Yeah. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.